Greetings, Taurus. This is your reading for the month of August. Just a reminder, if you like this video, please remember to like, subscribe, and comment. I'm having a really fun time doing this channel and recording these videos and learning more and more about astrology and tarot, and I hope you find a lot of value in these readings. So we're going to get it going here for Taurus and the month of August. We're going to start off with a cut of the deck to see what you have as a focus card at the bottom of the deck. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Three of Wands. So this is a card of expansion. This is a card of, reaching a place of abundance and fulfillment, but then definitely being in a stuck place as well, because you want to expand more, right? You want to experience more. You want to go on an adventure, right? So you can see with this card, let me just pull it out. He's gained the Three Wands. He's learning about his creativity. He's learning about his boldness and his adventure seeking side, but he's looking out and he's realizing that instead of sand at the bottom of this mountain right here, it's actually water, and that there's these boats, right? So whenever the Three of Wands comes up in a reading, it's basically saying that you want to expand, you want to go on more adventures, and it's time to go, right? Because the problem is that this is one of the cards that's, a stuck energy, right? And as a Taurus, I'm a Taurus moon, so I'm speaking for myself. You got to let go of being stubborn. You have to work on being stubborn. You have to work on, staying in the same position, being in a position of comfort, and really going on, a journey, whatever it is for you, whatever you want to embark on, whatever you want to bring into your life as far as experiences go, as far as adventures go. It's time to go. It's time to go. It's time to get moving. And it's time for you to, really work on that stubbornness. Stubbornness is fine to a certain degree, right? For me, speaking for myself as a Taurus, like stubbornness, obviously creates a lot of challenges, but stubbornness keeps you firm in who you are and your beliefs, and it really creates a strong foundation. But this is saying that it's time for you to get unstuck, to work on that stubbornness, and to move and expand. All right, Taurus, we are going to come up with the 5-card spread here for you, and then we'll clarify each card. Your first card is the Star. Second card is the Page of Wands. Third card is the Seven of Wands. Fourth card is the Wheel of Fortune. And then the fifth card is the Five of Wands. So first off, I'm just speaking for myself here, but it seems like you're a little conflicted about what you want to head in here, the direction that you want to head in here, Taurus, right? So, there's some cards of conflicts. There's definitely some cards of stubbornness that are already showing up in the reading. So think about that, right? Like, what is keeping you from moving in a direction that you want to head into? Your first card is the Star. And for me, right off the bat, it's saying that, you want to follow this star, right? The star has a bunch of stars. Star is Aquarius. Star is about healing. Star is about, obviously shining bright, right? Understanding your light, shining it onto others, you being a star. Like, how are you a star in your life, Taurus? How are you in a position where all eyes are on you? The attention is on you. And again, with that Three of Wands at the bottom of the deck and some other cards here of adventure, but being stuck, you need to think about what direction do you want to head in? Right? This star that you want to follow, right? And the star is you too in the reading for this month of August, right? But you want to follow something. You want to head in a certain direction. The star card is about self-care and healing, right? So you definitely want to focus on that in whatever way you can here in the month of August. But when you take the time to heal yourself, take the time to be with yourself, think about the direction that you want to head in your life and follow this star. Follow the inspiration that you feel and know in your life. Your second card is the Page of Wands. This is a card of adventure, right? So this is definitely connected to the Three of Wands. Like, you want to head in a certain direction. You want things to change in your life here, Taurus, whatever that means for you. The thing about the Page of Wands is that it's one of these cards of adventure, and the key to it is you don't know where the adventure is going to lead. And that's the thing about an adventure. Like, adventure has a really positive connotation to it, right? It's great to go on adventures, but sometimes adventures lead to, injuries or getting hurt, or, your life heading in a direction that you didn't want it to go in. So the key to the Page of Wands is just being enthusiastic about this adventure, being enthusiastic about this direction that you want to head in. And, obviously you need to start thinking about what this direction is in your life. Directions within yourself that you want to head towards, outside of yourself, like, things you want to do, things in your job, ways that you want to expand, right? But just be enthusiastic about the adventure once you know what it is. So I'm getting a feeling that for a lot of you, you don't know what this adventure is. You don't know the direction that you want to head in. If you're in that place, you need to know what direction you want to head in. You have the Seven of Wands, and this is definitely the stuck energy that I'm feeling off of this reading so far. The story of the Seven of Wands here is that he rushed out of his house to defend his position on the top of his mountain. And it's a card of, like knowing who you are, knowing what you have, defending at all costs, definitely knowing that it's worth fighting for what you have, right? But it's like, in this reading, you want to expand, you want to go into new directions, but you're holding on a little too tightly to what you have here with the Seven of Wands, and you're defending what you have with the Seven of Wands. But it's like, what I'm getting a feeling on is that really a lot of the parts of your life that you just need to not let go of, but just like set aside, right? You've achieved so much, right? I'm sure you have a lot of abundance in many ways, but you're just urging for something new here in the month of August. It's time to stop defending the things that you already have, so you can open yourself up to new things, right? And when you do, you're going to have the Wheel of Fortune, which is a change in your fortunes, right? That's definitely what the Wheel of Fortune represents. And it's like, it's whatever this stuck energy is, this feeling of being stuck that I have for you here, Taurus, you want things to change. And the key to the Wheel of Fortune, well, it's one of the keys, right? One of the keys to the Wheel of Fortune is that there's these 3 circles here, right? And the goal is to stand at the center. And what that means is, sometimes you're going to spin the wheel to bring more luck into your life. Sometimes life is spinning and you just have to stand in the center of it all. And really, it's like, what I'm feeling here is that you're stuck between like surrendering and making things change as far as your fortune goes in your own way, right? So sometimes our luck changes out of nowhere, right? Sometimes an instant, if you're dating and you meet someone, your luck changes in an instant, right? Or if you have an idea that expands who you are, that can become a new passion and hobby for you. You might meet a friend out in the world, right? So you are definitely asking for a change in your fortunes. So what I'm feeling here is that you need to think about how you can put action into changing your fortunes, or how you can surrender and allow your fortunes to change and allow the universe to change it for you. Your last card is the Five of Wands, and this is a card of conflict and competition. But the nice thing is that they're fighting with sticks and not swords. So it's like, the feeling that I'm getting is, think about the conflicts in your life that have taught you lessons, the conflict in your life that, maybe have been a little bit painful, but not too painful, because it is the Five of Wands. But what did you learn from this? What did you learn from that conflict? What did you learn from, conflicts in yourself? And to me, that's really the feeling that I'm getting, right? The conflicts inside of you is what you need to focus on for many of you here, Taurus. And once you do, you really think about like the key to the Five of Wands is learning how to fight, right? It's learning how to be ready for battle, the battles of life, right? It's gaining skills, right? And conflict and competition especially. So think about what you have learned from conflicts, especially in yourself and also outside of yourself, that have made you a stronger person. Moving forward here, you're going to really understand those lessons of conflict that you've experienced. Okay, we have the Star as the first card, and we'll clarify the Star with the Nine of Swords, right? So this is Groundhog's Day. This is just repeating things over and over. This is that stuck energy that I had a feeling about, right? So the star is saying that you need to heal from a lot of the things in your life that just been stuck with this Nine of Swords. This is one of the most challenging cards in the deck because you can see here, there's these 9 swords on the wall, and this guy just has his face in his hands because he's living a never-ending nightmare over and over. But the key to it is that it's understanding that you've been through these 9 swords. You've been through these things that have hurt you, right? And yeah, they're still continuing to hurt you, but it's just time to get out of bed. And once you do, it's going to make you follow, really the direction that you need to go in, right? And, a lot of times when you get the star and you say self-healing, right? Self-healing, we get this idea that we need to go into our bed, rest, relax, go into our caves, do that healing work. But it's saying that you need to get out of that bed. You need to get out of the bed of the Nine of Swords. You need to get moving, head in the direction of the star, and then that's where you're going to find your healing. Your second card is the Page of Wands, and with the Page of Wands, we have strength. Right? So you will be strong in this journey, Taurus, once you get going, once you go on this adventure, once you start this adventure with enthusiasm with the Page of Wands, it's going to lead to strength, right? So whenever strength comes up, you have to really own your strength. With that Five of Wands, you have to think about how conflict has made you stronger in your life. And, once you get going here in any direction that you're choosing to go in your life or into yourself, if you're diving deep into yourself, going into new territories within yourself, just know that it's going to make you stronger. With the Seven of Wands, you have the Ace of Pentacles. So this is what you got to work on here this month, right? Like what new directions do you want to take in your life and in yourself? Where do you want to head? Like where do you want your life to lead? Because that's going to work. You're going to be working on something very powerful this month, something new. Right? So whenever ace cards show up, you have to think about what is the new thing. In this case, what is the new thing that you want to work towards? Or what do you want to bring into your life that you're going to be working towards? Because this is going to be a really huge opportunity for you to work on here. And with the Seven of Wands, it's saying that you can't just stay stuck in your place, right? You can't just keep holding on and digging in to what you have and open yourself up to new opportunities that you can work towards. Your fourth card is the Wheel of Fortune, and with the Wheel of Fortune, we have the Hanged Man. So you need to change your perspectives. I'm just laughing because I'm a Taurus moon, and it's like a lot of times I'm very stubborn with my perspective, right? But the Hanged Man is saying that you need to change your perspectives. The way that your fortunes are going to change is by you just opening up any sort of like limiting perspectives, limiting beliefs, limiting trains of thoughts, ways of thinking that you've always had. You need to put in that work, especially as a stubborn Taurus. I'm sorry to call you out here, and I'm calling myself out here. You need to really change your mind and your thinking on a lot of things. And it's going to lead in this new wonderful direction that's going to take you out of this stuck energy that I sense you've been in here. Your last card is the Five of Wands. And with the Five of Wands, we have the Five of Swords, right? So these go hand in hand, right? So, you are battle tested. You are battle ready, right? The Five of Swords is this guy is walking away victorious from this battle, right? He's defeated these people that are walking away from him, and he's taking these 2 swords with him, right? And the other people have laid down their swords. So with the Five of Wands and the Five of Swords, again, it's just thinking about like how you have walked away victorious from conflicts in your life. So when new challenges are going to be presented to you here this month that may have you feeling conflicted, or maybe you're encountering conflicts this month, know that you are going to have a powerful opportunity to work on something in yourself, work on something new, and bring about something really, really wonderful here for this month of August. So I hope that resonated with you here, Taurus. I hope you have a wonderful month. Please, take a look at some of these videos that are going to be popping up at the end. I will be adding to this playlist, and it'll be like things about different signs and just other things about astrology and tarot that aren't going to be weekly readings or monthly readings. So I hope you enjoyed it and have a wonderful month in the month of August. Here are the Taurus horns. Taurus up. Let's go. Peace, Taurus.